Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another video. So this is part two of the, in light of the current fitna that we are facing right now with our brothers and sisters in Palestine. May Allah have mercy on them. Those who have passed, may Allah aid those who are being oppressed and make a makhraj, an exit for them from this fitna, So I wanted to share something with y'all on the order of when I was younger, and just to get some insight. When I was younger, as a Muslim teenager, we used to get into things with non-Muslims, right? We used to get into things with non-Muslims, and we knew that if just by the basic principle, because we're a minority, and we're Muslim and they're not, that if we got into anything, any problems with a non-Muslim in public, we could go and find a Muslim on the street. They don't know what the issue is, why they coming to help us, or none of that. We just go to them, make a hand gesture, or say something like Allahu Akbar, or something like that, and they'll come to our aid. And they be like, what's up? What happened? And you're like, yeah, these non-Muslims over here, who these kuffar? We say these kafirs in Philadelphia, stuff with Allah. It's so ignorant. But anyway, we would say the kuffar, they, we got some beef with them or some problems. And they wouldn't ask no questions. They come to your aid, right? Because the basic principle was, it's us against them. So we would have help. We have help automatically, no questions asked. A Muslim, a non-Muslim, harming a Muslim, it's us against them. Let's go. And I've experienced that quite a few times as a teenager. I remember this someone in my neighborhood. He smacked me. Astaghfirullah, he smacked me because I was a new Muslim, and some of the guys in my neighborhood, they were, I guess, anticipating maybe, I don't know, maybe being able to talk to me one day, and they became angry that I was now Muslim. One particular guy, he was harassing me every day and calling me names, saying I was fake and things like that. So he smacked me one day because I told someone that if he keeps harassing me, I'm gonna spray him with mace, because I don't understand why every day he's saying something to me. This is a guy that I've lived in the neighborhood with, so why is he now harassing me? Like, doesn't make any sense. So someone repeated what I said to him, and he waited outside my house, and he smacked me. He approached me, he asked me, was that true, what I said? And I said, yes, I did, because I'm tired of you, and he smacked me. And of course, after that, the Muslims got involved, and I think it was a whole week of different people beating him up, just like getting at him because he touched me as a Muslim. He got smacked down, beat down by different men in my family because of him putting his hands on me. So anyways, as time went on, that's a good reason, of course, to go and fight someone, because he was only harassing me because I was Muslim. That is a prime example of someone harming you because you're Muslim. No other reason. I didn't do anything to him or anything like that. Just minding my business. However, as I grew older and I understood what people do in the community, as far as the young people and other people as well, and them having relationships with the kuffar, whether that's friendship or whatever, and you realize that unfortunately the Muslims were participating in things that they have no business, so they have beef or problems with the non-Muslims. We learned not to get involved, because when we would intervene, we would see like drama on the streets, and we would intervene and then start asking questions, and we're hearing from the kuffar what they're saying against this particular Muslim, and we learned there was some haram in the affair. So we were more cautious to jump to someone's defense when one party was Muslim and one party was non-Muslim. We learned over the years not to do that. So now when we see some type of altercation and there's a Muslim and a non-Muslim involved, most of the time we just don't even get involved, because 9 times out of 10, you did something to them, you had some wrong dealings with them, you had no business hanging with them and befriending them. So therefore, we're not coming to your aid, because you can't help your brother in what's wrong. You understand? So whatever you did, you deserved it. That's what we started doing. Like, nope, not getting involved, because we already know. Maybe we go and ask questions, like I said. It's a case-by-case scenario. So I'm giving you these examples just to let you know that just as in my city you have Muslims who were manipulating and fight and cooperating with the non-Muslims, and then they fall out and they have discrepancies, and those non-Muslims may come and even kill them or jump them or whatever, try to get their rights back, or just punish them for something that they did. It's no different on a larger scale. It's no different. You have those who will manipulate. If the Muslims who were cooperating with the kuffar, like in my city on a smaller scale, could manipulate the Muslims and say, listen, these non-Muslims is doing this to me, doing that to me, and they know that they were in the wrong, they would. If they could manipulate us, they would. But they know better now. You're in the street or you're dealing with these people, that's on you. You can't get any aid from the Muslims, because that's the life that you're living. We have nothing to do with that. But unfortunately, with the people of innovation and their political stances and their agendas, they don't care. They don't care who they sacrifice for their agendas, as I mentioned in the previous video. You have people who are evil. And from the people of innovation, they are evil. And they don't care about Islam. And they don't care about the Muslims. Because if they did, they had the best interests of the Muslims at hand, in mind, then they wouldn't do the things that they do. They wouldn't sacrifice them like that. So you have to be conscious and cautious and ask Allah to lead you to the correct position and the correct understanding. And don't jump at the first yells and screams, especially when there's emotions involved. Don't jump and get involved and be affected and not know what's going on. You don't know which cause you're fighting for. You don't know what's behind the scenes. You don't know any of those things. You're not aware. You're not familiar. Don't be from the people who are easily provoked and easily led and easily moved because you feel helpless and you want to do something. You have to look at it from the angle of religion. You have to look at it from the angle of qadr. You do. You have to. From the angle of the text of sunnah, you have to. Like I said, if you're Salafi. If you're Salafi in reality. You got to be Salafi in everything. The religion covers everything. It covers everything. And have good thoughts about your Muslim brothers in this area of the world, because they work hard and they always making dua and they have the Muslims in mind and they feel for them. But the Western media and those ignoramuses and deviants from those different jama'at who are on YouTube provoking and inciting and talking trash about Saudi and the UAE. Oh, they're cowards. And look at what are they doing? They're doing nothing. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Don't get involved. Don't spread these types of incitements. Do not gain sin on yourself by slandering your brothers just because you sit in the West, right? This part of Sharia that doesn't matter, right? It don't touch you because you're in the West. You're a Western Muslim, so certain rules of the religion don't apply, or it only applies to the other Western Muslims. Oh, don't backbite, don't this. But when it comes to the rulers, no, we can implement the methodology of Sayyid Qutb. You know, there is no Muslim ruler. Oh, the Muslim rulers, whenever I see them, they make me sick because they're doing nothing. As if y'all could do something for yourselves. As if all of those thawrat that you did and all the protesting you did made a difference. It didn't. It didn't. Because you didn't change your condition, that's why. So don't get involved. Don't participate in these slanders because you only get sin on yourself and you only get blinded. Allah will blind you and He won't teach you and you won't get any more wiser and you won't see the situation correctly and you'll only go deeper into misguidance in those particular affairs. You'll never understand minhaj, methodology. You'll never understand sunnah. Why? Because you participated in haram. You participated in haram thoughts, haram speech, following people of desires, right? That's what you did. So that's my advice. Stay away from that. And who cares if they call sitting and making dua and aiding with medical supplies and money and clothing cowardly? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Islam is strange. True Islam is strange. Okay? Why are they not doing anything? Why are they not saying anything? It's not, democracy and protesting is not from Islam. That's something that the Muslims unfortunately have adopted. Okay? They've adopted deviated ideologies and practices which they got from the kuffar and made them believe that that brings about change when it doesn't. The kuffar, that works for them. From the government to the common people, that works for them. That's their methodology. Their whole lifestyle is democracy, freedom of speech. That has no place in the religion. Freedom of speech is limited to not trying to topple society and bring down those who are in authority. You can say what you want, but there's methodology and there's methods in saying what you want, what you need to say, without disrespect and without incitement. There's a methodology that we have. But unfortunately, those sitting in the West, right, wagging their tongues and running their mouths, they're not running to the Muslim lands to do anything, right? They're not doing anything. They're just running their mouths and inciting while they sit comfortably in London or in America, running their mouths, because that's what the West teach you. You run your mouth. That's all you do is run your mouth and protest as if that changes something. And it doesn't. It doesn't change anything. What works for them doesn't work for you. We have a legislation. We have a religion. We have a law, Sharia Islamiyah, Sharia Islamiyah, not Sharia law, because that just means the same thing. You have Sharia Demokratiya, you have Sharia Islamiyah, you have Sharia Nasraniya, the Christian law that they don't follow. Okay? All of these things are a part of Hijrah. Why? Because when you come to the Muslim lands, you are a part of all of these things. These are things you're faced with. I was started to make a statement about a Palestinian YouTuber who criticized, it's an Arabic video, of course. He was criticizing some of the golf influencers on Instagram because they didn't want to participate in putting up banners on their pages saying free Palestine and all this kind of stuff, right? Because, of course, they understand, they know. This is what I want y'all to think about. For those of you who are born in the West, just know that your whole entire life, you've been busy with Western issues. And when it comes to issues of the Muslims, it's been very surface. And you haven't been in the mix, nor have you been affected, directly affected, or been dealing with the effects of the people of innovation when it came into Muslim lands and tried to infiltrate and harm and come on TV and brainwash the people subtly and all their tactics that they do. You haven't been subjected to any of that. You only know about what the news tells you, right? But the Muslims in the Muslim lands, they have been dealing with every single fitnah that has hit them for centuries. They know the deviated sets, their beliefs, their ideologies, through and through. They're in their own battle. And you're on the outside looking in, talking trash. While they were on the battlefield, in their own countries, dealing with this craziness from terrorists, bombing them. The terrorists fight the Muslims first, because they don't have access to the kuffar. And they fight the kuffar the least. Yet, y'all Western Muslims are running your mouths, talking trash, slandering your brothers in the Muslim lands, saying why you're not doing anything. Y'all are cowards. Why you sit in the West and you have no clue what you're talking about. You're not involved. You don't care. You don't know. And you don't care to know. You don't care to know. And it's going to get you in trouble, actually. Y'all better be careful, especially if you got a YouTube channel and you're running your mouth and one day you want to come here to the UAE. They will nab you. They will grab you. Yes, they will. Inciting speech and all this kind of stuff that you do. So yeah, I have a problem with that. Absolutely, absolutely. How you Muslim from supposedly for those who are from Ahl Sunnah, but you take the position of the West while sitting amongst them? Well, of course you would, because that's where you live. That's where you eat. That's where you've been affected. You've been educated there. Of course. Of course. They don't get any excuses over here, right? No excuses. That's all I gotta say, you know. I told y'all my channel is it's not an entertainment, where we're gonna go eat, where to eat at. I may do a video like that here and there. But that's not what my channel is for. Hijrah is an entire journey. Mental, physical, spiritual journey. And I talk about everything that involves the journey. You want to be a part, you want to make Hijrah, you want to be a part of the society, you got to take everything as it comes. Period. So, that's what I got to say on the issue. You know, I hope it benefits someone. If you got mad, who cares? May Allah help us. May Allah help us all. Guide me and guide you. Doesn't matter. Anybody want to talk about anything, you can put your messages in the comment section. I talk about everything. I don't shy away or back down from anything. Good or bad. Doesn't matter. And that's what I have to say. May Allah aid you all to get out of the lands of the kuffar and grant you thabat upon the sunnah. And don't forget that Hijrah mandate sacrifice. And I will see you all in the next video. Inshallah. Ma'a salama.